The Atlantic reports a child's online footprint can begin before they're even born. It starts when parents upload sonograms to social media. 92% of toddlers have their own digital identity by the age of 2. That's according to a 2010 survey by the internet security firm AVG. Some call this sharenting. This is when parents actively share their child's digital identity. The Atlantic's Taylor Lorenz, the writer of the article, now joins us. Welcome, Taylor.
Thanks for having me.
Sharenting, we'll get to that in a minute. But you talked to 20 kids, and so how do they see this world, this digital world that arrives to them? Maybe if they don't, they might not even know it exists.
Yeah, well, I think the kids had a broad range of reactions. It was everywhere from completely freaking out about, everything that their parents had posted, being really angry, getting mad, to others that kind of said that it made them feel a little bit famous. They Googled themselves, they saw a bunch of pictures, and it made them feel important. So
what kind of things did they post that would be upsetting to the kids? Because I don't know of any parent who intentionally would share something that they think put their kids in a bad light.
Of course, and I know, a lot of parents share a lot of this stuff with a good heart. They think that their child is adorable. They might think that silly dance they're doing is cute and funny, but it can be really mortifying. I mean, we've all had even friends, probably parents, post stuff that we kind of later look back on and feel a little bit embarrassed by.
So should they be asking their kids, is it okay to post this?
I think it depends on how old your kid is. I mean, I think a lot of kids, even at the age of 10, don't really comprehend the long-term effects. So it's really up to parents to use their best judgment in terms of what to post and maybe what to keep private.
How can oversharing impact a child later in life? Could it affect their future getting into schools or jobs?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that just with the amount of time that these kids are sort of spending online, and they have a much richer digital footprint. So, I did a story last year on college admissions officers who almost by default Google a lot of kids now sometimes. And, whereas before you might have really been able to tell the story of your own life through your personal essay, they can easily Google you. They see that, wow, you've only started in this community service club actually since high school, and you don't really have this long history, or maybe your sports stuff is online when you're younger.
Growing up is a process of forming your identity, trying on new identities, taking them off, and all of that. How much, and did the kids talk at all about that when their parents kind of create their identity for them and they don't get an authorship in their own lives?
Definitely. It seems to be, around sort of right before middle school when kids really start to kind of want to define themselves online. It's often when a lot of kids ask for their own social media accounts, sometimes seeing sort of what their parents have constructed for them and wanting to push back on that and say, hey, I want to post my own pictures, or I'm not really like that, or, you think it's cute when I'm doing something weird, but I'm actually mortified.
So anyone who follows me on social media knows that I am guilty of sharenting a lot with my 6 and 2-year-old. But we also notice that schools are posting online sites as well and have their own accounts. Should we be talking to the principals and the teachers about what they post?
Schools, clubs, sports teams, a lot of these people, and they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They want parents to feel involved. They want to be able, to check on Instagram, see what they're up to. But yeah, I think it's important for parents to have a conversation and say, is this going to live forever? Are you tagging these kids' names? And kind of just opening that discussion.
But what's in some of these digital literacy programs?
Yeah, so there are more digital literacy programs sort of aimed at actually educating kids themselves about their online footprint. So, making sure that they're kind of aware of the fact that they have a presence online, so they're not shocked by it later. And also just thinking critically about social platforms. A lot of times, parents won't know that their kids are online, setting up an Instagram account when they're 9. So a lot of those literacy programs are aimed at educating schools and kids.
All right, because now the kids are Googling themselves and checking out to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you're saying to parents, be mindful about what you post and
just
what you
be
say about your
mindful
kids.
and realize that, like everything on the internet, it lasts forever.
Okay, got it, Taylor. Thank you very much.
No worries there.